and lung.
That's scary.
Vasoconstriction of vessels supplying blood to urinary, digestive, and reproductive
Right,
organs.
so you hope not to do that when you're getting attacked.
Vasodilation of vessels supplying skeletal muscles, cardiac muscles, and liver.
So notice, different organs do different things based upon the receptors of what they're hearing. We're both getting norepinephrine, but some turn on alpha, some turn off beta, or vice versa, right? It depends on that.
Increased blood glucose from liver and fatty acids, and glycerol from adipose cells.
Makes sense, right? More energy.
In general, sympathetic responses provide a rapid mechanism that increases nutrients and oxygen to support increased metabolism and activity in organs needed to resist stress.
Right? Fight or flight.
The effects of sympathetic stimulation last longer and are more widely spread than parasympathetic effects.
Why might that be?
There are 3 reasons for this. Motor pathways diverge to more effectors. Deactivation of norepinephrine is slower than deactivation of acetylcholine. And norepinephrine, secreted from the adrenal medulla during times of stress, increases and spreads the overall effect of norepinephrine that is released as a neurotransmitter.
So just in gee whiz, the more stress you get, the more norepinephrine you produce. So hence you flood the body with more fight or flight, more often. Right? Make sense? So I'm never going to ask you that. You have to give some trivia. Click on an effector. Okay, there's some lungs. Let's do our last little review here.
When a person is relaxed, well-fed, or sleepy, the parasympathetic division dominates. Because of this, the parasympathetic response is known as the rest and digest reaction. Parasympathetic responses which oppose the support of physical activity include decreased heart rate, force of contraction, and blood pressure. Bronchoconstriction of airways in the lungs. Vasodilation of vessels supplying blood to urinary, digestive, and reproductive organs. Vasoconstriction of vessels supplying skeletal muscles, cardiac muscles, and liver.
Right, it's because of different receptors, you get a different response.
In addition, a group of parasympathetic responses known as SLUD include
Not slut, that's different.
S. Salivation is increased. L. Lacrimation is increased.
Crying.
U. Urination is increased.
CP.
Double D. Digestion and defecation are increased.
Right? Things you do every 5 minutes of the movie, right? That's the logic here. Right? So you slow. But that's exactly what you don't do when you're scared, right? You're scared spitless. Ever hear that? Is my mom the only one who ever said that? Well, she said a nice way, spitless, right? But you tend not to spit. You tend not to. Body fluids are a problem when you're fighting someone. So you don't want to pee. I guess you can poop on them, but that's not going to win your point, right?
Provide a rapid mechanism to promote the maintenance of normalcy, decreased energy consumption, and increased energy conservation.
Make sense? So they're opposite systems based upon your emotional state. They use opposite wiring, they use opposite kind of biology, and they use similar but not the same neurochemicals. The difference is in the receptors. That's really what makes this system different. Right, so when you go through that magic table in your book, let's say alpha 1, beta 1, try to say what signal that organ hears. That's why some of them had 2 different answers. Because an alpha, it does this, it's a beta, it does that, depending on what it heard from the body. Makes sense? But adrenergic and cholinergic. Make sense? Questions on autonomic nervous system, your ANS? Clear as coffee, right? Good. That's all for tonight. See you in lab in a while. By the way, you're supposed to be picking your group and your topic for your project soon. As in group week.